Okay, so come and join me in a nice seated position, cross legs if you can. And we're just going to arrive and connect with ourselves. Some of us, it might be the first time we've thought about ourselves all day. We might have fleeting glimpses of it, but we're definitely going to connect there now. So just allow your hands to rest in your lap or on the backs of your knees. Sit up nice and tall, so move your sit bones into the mat so you get a nice and comfortable seat. And make sure the back of the head is long, so lifting out through the crown of the head, shoulders relaxed and down. And if it feels good for you, just close the eyes or lower your gaze to the floor. And just tune into your breathing. So don't necessarily change anything, just become aware of the breath. And notice where the breath is in your body. Feel the movement of the breath in your body. Feel where the body expands or rises, and where it falls and relaxes. And then just start to find a rhythm, breathing in through your nose and letting the breath out through the mouth, maybe with a little sigh, and just let your day go. Breathing in through the nose, bring your awareness to the here and now. And exhale, relaxing, surrendering, letting go. I want you to tune into that breath. Just allow your mind to scan your body for any areas you might be holding tension. So look out for tension in the face, the shoulders, the hips, in particular the hip creases. If you feel your knees pinching up towards you, really try and release and let them go. Allow your fingers to be soft and relaxed. And with each out breath, just releasing, letting go a little bit more. And then you can keep the eyes closed if you want to. Just allow your chin to drop to your chest and allow your right ear to roll towards your right shoulder. So don't let the right shoulder come up, keep it down and feel a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. And then exhale, roll the head back down, chin comes to chest and roll it straight to the other side. So quite often the other side then tries to come up. So try and keep it down. Keep releasing that shoulder away, feel the stretch through the right side of the neck and continue with that, just rolling slowly, really slowly. We can often feel a lot of tension in the neck. So when you start to roll the neck, you really feel the muscles. It can feel a bit uncomfortable. So don't crank it, take it easy, be gentle, and just work with your breath. Think about bringing some loving kindness or care into your movement. Be soft and gentle with yourself. And the next time your head rolls to the right, just allow the head to come all the way back, and then looking up towards the ceiling and rolling round the back to that left shoulder. And just continue making those nice big circles. So you need more awareness now. The head is really heavy. So just be really slow and gentle with that movement through the neck. Especially if you've been stuck at a laptop or a desk today or driving. Just bring some real awareness into your neck muscles. When the head next goes back, change direction. So the head rolls back to the right, down and around to the left. Just keep checking those shoulders aren't popping up to say hello or get in the way. Let the neck muscles guide you. And try and stay connected to a nice relaxed breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And when your head next rolls down so that your chin's on your chest, just hold it there for a moment. Really relax the shoulders down again. Squeeze your chin towards your chest a little bit more and feel like you're lifting your chest forwards. Feel like you're pinching your shoulder blades behind you. And then inhale, slowly coming back up. Take your hands onto your shoulders, so your elbows are shoulder height, and start to make circles with the elbows. So rolling the arms forwards and backwards. Just keep it nice and slow movement to start off with, and small circles with those elbows. And then as you settle in, just start to make those circles even bigger. So maybe bringing the elbows down towards the floor and forwards and up towards the ceiling. So don't lose your posture here. Make sure you stay nice and upright through the spine. Keep drawing the navel towards the spine so your core is engaged. And then when you next come forward with the elbows, change directions. Take it backwards, rolling the shoulders forwards now. Notice the opening and the closing of the shoulder blades in the back of the body. Feeling the shoulder blades separate and the back broaden as you bring the elbows forwards, and feel them coming together as you bring the elbows behind you or towards your sides. Good, and then release your hands back onto your knees. Take your left hand down to the mat, bring your right arm up to the ceiling and take a gentle bend to the side. Make sure your right sit bone stays down. And then inhale, come back up. Take that hand down and bring the left arm up and over. Right shoulder stays down. Good. Inhale, coming back up. Let's do that once more each side. Exhale. This time as we come over, we're going to hold a little bit longer. So feel like you're pushing your right sit bone down into the floor and feel like you're pulling your fingers over as far as you can above your head. A little bit of weight into that left hand. Good, inhale, coming back up, take it to the other side. Right shoulder stays down, push that left sit bone into the mat. And stretch those fingers over as far as you can. Good, inhale, coming up. Take your right hand to your left knee, bring your left arm up, and you're going to pull your right knee and away from you, and pull your arm like you're pulling on that right knee towards you, and bring the left arm over to the side. So you get a real strong stretch here through the shoulder, through the side of the body, and stretching over into those left fingertips as much as you can. So you're pulling in opposite directions, pulling the the hand onto the knee, and the knee pulling down towards the floor. And then inhale, coming up, left hand comes behind you. Exhale, turn and look over your left shoulder. So just a nice gentle twist. Nice long deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And then inhale, bringing that arm forwards. Keep your right hand on your knee and take your left hand to the opposite knee if you can. Now that's quite a big cross, so take your hands off completely if you need to. Find your knees. And then you want to, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. You want to round your back, pulling your knees away from you. So again, using your hands against the knees, and you're opening up the space in the upper back, getting a nice strong upper back stretch. Good. From there, inhale, coming up. And then you're going to release your left hand and take it over towards the left again. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep that left knee pulling down towards the floor. And then inhale, coming up, releasing. Okay, so take the opposite hand to the other side. Right hand to the other knee, right hand comes up. Exhale, leaning over to the left. So just all the time, creating that dynamic tension, pulling the knee down towards the floor and the body drifting over to the left. Feeling that stretch through the top of the shoulder. Nice long deep breaths. Keep reaching the fingertips away from you. So the stronger you breathe here, the more you're going to feel that through your side body, through the intercostal muscles. Good. Inhale, coming up, right hand comes behind you, looking over your right shoulder as you twist. Again, you can use the hand against the knee just to draw it towards you, allowing you to twist a little bit deeper. Or you can take an easy version and just relax here. Inhale, coming forwards again. So right hand comes round, takes hold of the opposite knee. And again, just lifting or pulling the upper body away from your knees. Chin drops to chest. Feel like you're trying to pull your heart in towards your spine. See how much space you can create between those shoulder blades. Inhale, coming back up, release the right hand again, and stretching over to the left. One last time. So make sure you're keeping space between the neck and the shoulder. Reach, reach, reach. And releasing as you come all the way back up. Good. Come over onto all fours now. And we're just going to take a couple of cat-cows. So just remind yourself, shoulders over wrists, hips over your knees. And when you're ready, inhale, lift the head, allow the belly to sag. And exhale, push into the hands, lift the spine towards the ceiling, push down into the tops of the feet. And again, inhale, lift the heart forward, belly sags. And exhale, pushing into the spine, pushing away from the earth. And come back to neutral. So from here, you're going to step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. So remember, you can pick the foot up and take it there if you need to, okay? And then from here, just going to come up into a lunge position if you can. So if you want to take a longer position, you can stretch that back leg out behind you a little bit more. And if you want to stay with the hands on the mat, feel free to do so. So just work wherever feels good for you. And as you just slowly start to release into that stretch, just feel your hips and the left side of that hip flexor opening up. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Good. If you've got your hands on the knee, just allow the hands to come back to the mat. Left hand stays on the inside of the foot, right arm comes up to the ceiling. Now, if that's too much of a twist, you can keep the right hand on the lower back, okay? So just do what feels good for you, because that's quite an expanded opening position here. Keep pushing down through the left hand and keep reaching up to the ceiling. Option, hand onto the back. Good. Allow the right hand to come back to the floor, and you're going to tuck your back toes, and you're just going to lift the back knee, and you're going to straighten your front leg as much as you can. So because we're still warming up, you might want to keep that knee quite bent. If you feel you've got a little bit more, you can straighten the leg as much as you want to. Just let the head be heavy, and just slowly opening up, saying hello to your right hamstring. Keep spreading out through your toes. And then bring that back knee down to the mat again. And you're going to take your right hand to the outside of the right knee, and you're going to try and squeeze your left elbow to the outside of that right knee and bring your hands to prayer position. So this is the first option. Now, if you feel you can go a little bit deeper, you can take that left hand down towards the mat and take the right arm up to the ceiling, or you can take your right hand to your lower back. So just feel into where you are this evening and just stay connected with your breath. Work as deeply as feels good for you. And you want to make sure you're keeping the right knee in the right hip in line with each other. So don't allow the right hip to swing out to the side. You should feel a nice intense stretch through the outside of the right buttock. Good, and then unraveling yourself, take your hands back to the mat, tuck the back toes and lift into down facing dog. And just pedal your feet one at a time towards the mat. And then make your way back down to all fours. Inhale, allow the belly to sag, lift the heart forwards. Exhale, push the spine towards the ceiling. Let's do that once more. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, pushing the spine towards the ceiling. I'm just going to turn around. So we're going to do that on the other side. So step your left foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Settle in, and then option here to come up into your lunge position. You can take a little bit of a longer stance if that feels good for you, or keep it nice and short and stay here, okay? Just make sure you're not pushing the knee over the toes. Move your foot out so that the knee roughly stays over the ankle, wherever you are. So option, you're in your lunge or you're down here in a low lunge. Connect to your breath. Sink as low as you can into those hips. And feel that opening through your right hip flexor, so in the front of the right hip. And then bringing your hands back to the mat. Right hand stays on the floor. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. An option, you can keep the hand on the lower back. Keep that knee moving into your center and keep that left hip in line with that left knee. And breathe. Exhale, let your hands come back to the mat again, tuck the back toes, and you're going to slowly straighten into that front leg as much as you can. So take it nice and easy, keep the bend in the knee, you can be up on the fingertips if you want to, you can have the legs straight if you want to, just work wherever feels good for you. Keep nice and long through the heart center. So you want the heart constantly feeling like it's coming forward. No rounding of the spine here, no punching into the shoulders. Stay nice and long and open. And bringing that back knee down to the mat again and coming into your twist. So left hand on the outside of the knee, right arm crosses over. So really try and get a good connection of the arm onto the outside of the knee and bring your hands to prayer position, look over your shoulder. Option there if you want to go for a deeper twist, take the right hand to the mat, left arm to the ceiling or to the lower back. So just have a play and explore. The key thing here is you keep your lower back and your pelvis stable. So all the twisting is going through the upper back, okay? Thoracic spine's meant to twist. Lower back, meant to be more stable. So we definitely don't want to put that under pressure to twist here. Make sure the lower part of the body stays secure, stable to support the pose. Good, releasing again. Bring your hands back to the mat, tuck your toes, lifting up again into down facing dog. And pedaling out through your feet again. Take some nice long deep breaths. Start to put a little bit more pressure into the hands. Think about putting pressure into the space just below your knuckles so you don't put too much onto the wrists. If it gets too much on the wrists at any point, please take child's pose where you bring the knees to the mat. And if we can, I want you to transfer your weight to your left foot, lift your right foot off the floor and really lengthen back into that left calf muscle. The other option here as well is you can come onto the forearms if the hands feel too pressured in this pose. And then bring the right foot down to the mat, take the left foot off the floor. Aiming to get the heel towards the mat. Feel a really strong stretch through the back of that right calf muscle. Nice long deep breaths. And then place both feet back onto the mat and slowly, slowly walk your feet towards your hands, coming into your forward fold. So your feet about hip distance apart, and you're going to hold the opposite elbow, and you're just going to hang out here. I'm going to come and have a peek in a second. So I want you to really think about thighs onto your, ribs onto your thighs. So your thighs onto your ribs, we're going to be upside down, aren't we? Ribs onto your thighs and hanging as far down as you can. Lovely. So it sometimes seems counterintuitive to bend the knees to come into a nice forward fold, but it's the best way to release your lower back. Great. Lovely. Just check where the weight is in the feet. Make sure you're not hanging out too much in the heels or in the toes. There we go. Just let your hands hang back towards the mat like a ragdoll. And from there, soft bend of the knees. Inhale, slowly, 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 rolling up. Take the arms wide as you come up. Scoop the energy into your hands. Exhale, take your hands to prayer position. Just allow your thumbs to rest on your heart center for a moment. Back is nice and open. Close your eyes. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you having your hands in this position, just let them be by your sides. Just do what feels good for you. And feel your body. Feel your heart beating. Connect to the life force moving through your body. The blood moving. Maybe feeling some tingling in your fingers, your toes. And just notice your aliveness. But feel it in your body. Okay, and from there, just let the hands hang by your sides. And we're going to step to our right. Turn your left toes in, turn your right toes out. I'm lucky, I've got a line on this new mat of mine, and it's great for alignment. But so imagine you've got a line running down the middle of your mat if you need to. So your heels should be in line with each other. Shoulders are over your hips. And again, imagine that cord coming up and out through the crown of your head. And you're going to bend into your right knee. Okay, so if you want to work deeper, you can take your stance a little bit longer and try and get a nice right angle through the right thigh. Just intensifies it, or just come up slightly. So just hold there for a moment, and then let your arms come to shoulder height and turn and look over your right shoulder. So you've got a nice opening through the front of the hips. I want you to imagine you've got a little weight hanging down from your tailbone. So the hips are open, everything's just hanging down, but you've got nice strong legs supporting you. You feel that quite strongly through the hips. Strong arms, reach out through those fingertips. And from there, take your forearm down to the thigh, let your left arm come over. Create a nice long straight line from the outer edge of that left foot all the way up to your left fingers. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can take that right hand down to the mat, or you can stay here. Just do what feels good for you. Nice strong legs, strong foundation. And keep reaching out through that left arm. And then to come out, inhale, come back to warrior two. And then let the left arm come back, right arm comes up. Peaceful warrior. Reaching up. Good, straighten the front leg. Take your hands to your hips. Turn your right foot in. You might want to heel toe your feet in a little bit if you've got a long stance. And then exhale, bend your knees, melt forwards towards the floor. Take your hands to the mat, so they're shoulder distance apart. And then from there, lengthen through the spine again. So the spine might feel a little bit short as you come down. So really want you to lift and lengthen through your heart center. And then from there, just bend your elbows underneath you and melting forwards. Let your head be heavy. So just drop your head, Marie. That's it, lovely. Good. Remember, you keep that nice bend in your knees, like we did in the standing forward fold. Brilliant. And then put a little bit more of a bend in your knees as you take your hands back towards your hips and you inhale, slowly rolling up. And then heel toe your feet together, shake your legs out for a moment. And from there, I want you to transfer your weight to your left foot, and we're going to go into tree pose on the right side. So options, keep the foot on the floor, so knee turns out to the right, the hips open, toes stay on the floor, below the knee, or you can take the foot above the knee. If you have practiced Ashtanga yoga with me, you might even want to take the foot into half lotus. Your choice. So choose your space and then take your arms up towards the ceiling or keep your hands at prayer position. If you've got the foot here in the half lotus, just bring your right arm around the back, working down towards your wrist and opening the chest. Breathe and focus. Connect with your breathing. Soften your face, and again, just feel that opening through the right hip. So the more you can push your foot into the thigh, the more you'll feel that the hip will open more naturally. You feel the knees start to move out to the side. And then exhale, bringing your hands back down, release that right foot, shake your legs out. And then from there again, we're going to go back to that nice long stance. So back to warrior two, but this time on the left side. So turn the left toes out, turn the right toes in slightly, check your alignment before you go anywhere, shoulders over hips, and then bending into that left knee. So remember, if you want to work a little bit deeper, take that stride a little bit longer. When you feel really strong, foundation, let the arms come up to shoulder height, reach out through the arms, looking over your left hand. So it's quite hard for me to see on the camera, but Una, I feel like you're sticking your ribs out slightly forward. So I want you to pull your ribs in, like contain yourself as you go into the pose. That's it, that's a bit better, lovely. Good. Shazia, you're leaning forward ever so slightly, so just bring your shoulders back over your hips. That's it, lovely. Same with you, James. Just bring your shoulders back slightly. Imagine someone's pulling your right arm backwards. Other way. So just adjust your shoulders so they're over your hips. Good. Super. Okay, so from there, bring your forearm down onto your thigh. And allow your right arm to come up and over. Options, take the hand to the floor if you want to. Keep nice and open through the hips though. Don't let that back hip fall forward. Keep it nice and open and spacious. And breathe. Good, and then inhale, coming back up through warrior two, and then straight into the peaceful warrior. Right arm comes down, left arm comes up. Keep that nice strong bend in the front knee. Lift the breath. Lift the breath into the body. Exhale, let it go. So everything's active here. The feet, the legs, the arm extending. Good, and then bring yourself back through warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn the left toes in, heel toe in. Shake your legs out. And let's take our tree pose on that left leg. So transfer the weight to the right foot. Choose your option. Go with where it feels good for you. If you want to challenge yourself, then do, but do it safely. And once you've found your foundation of where you're going to be in your tree, just play with your arms, see what feels good for you. So the hands can be in prayer position. You might want to take that hands up to the ceiling. You might want to bring the hands together above your head. You might just want to keep them on your hips. There's no right or wrong. And just find some peace and stillness here as you breathe, as you balance. And then when you're ready, just release, take your foot back to the mat, shake your legs out. Good. Come and stand at the front of your mat. And we're going to make our way down to the floor. So we're going to inhale, take your arms wide, reach up, look up, exhale, forward fold, take your hands to the mat, draw your head to your knees. Inhale, lengthen your heart center forwards. And then exhale, step back into a high plank position. Option here, you can lower the knees or you can come all the way down into a full push-up. Keep the elbows in. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Exhale, take yourself back into an extended child's pose. So just rest here with the forehead onto the floor. You can take your knees nice and wide apart if you like to, just create space for you to melt into the mat. And again, just find your breath. So it's really nice when you're in a forward position like this. I'm just going to come up so I can talk to you. So you can hear the breath really clearly when you're closed in and you're containing that space for yourself. So just tune into the sound of your breath. Allow it to soften. And then when you're ready, coming up, sitting on your heels, if that's not comfortable for you, coming up into a kneeling upright position. And then you're just going to allow your bottom to drop to the left, wherever you are, and bring your right foot round to the outside of that left knee. Okay, so this is going to feel really different for all of us. Some of us, we might feel like we're left over here and we can't get that right buttock down to the floor. So if that's you, I want you to straighten that leg out that was crossed underneath you, that left leg. But if you can stay here with the left leg to the side of your bottom, then do so. But don't be hanging out to the side because you won't feel stable in the posture. And if you want to pop something under your bottom, if you've got the leg lengthened in front of you, then feel free to do so. So we're going to go into another twist. You're going to wrap your left arm around that right knee. And before you go anywhere, I want you to really hug that knee into you. And you'll start to feel that stretch through the outside of the right buttock. Lift up through the heart center. Allow the right hand to come behind you. And then open your chest towards the right, very gently. Nice, long, deep breaths. Keep your left shoulder relaxed and down. So we're really rinsing our digestive system every time we twist. Not so great if you've not had your dinner that long ago, or if you've had your dinner that long ago, I should say. You might be feeling it for the second time now. But it's really good to twist and rinse your intestines by doing these nice stretches. Inhale, allow your head to turn to center. And this time bring your right hand round or arm round and see if you can hold the inside of your right foot. Left arm comes behind. If you can't reach the foot, hold the ankle or even sit here with the hand up in a high five position. Left arm goes behind. Inhale, open to the left. So just feel that twisting across your abdominal area. Imagine a towel that's, you want to rinse out some water in there, just really squeezing that towel. Feel that going on through your abdominal area. Good. Inhale, return to center. So if you've got the leg still tucked behind you, I want you to bring that leg out in front of you now. If you've already got the leg out in front of you, stay there. And then just bring that right foot a little bit higher if you can, so that the ankle is just above the knee. And you're kind of in a figure of four shape with that right knee. And just gently feel that hip opening a little bit more. You might want to apply a little bit of pressure to the right knee, just to gently wiggle it up and down, or just hold it still. So if you are applying a little bit of pressure there, whether it's still or jogging, use the heel of your hand like you're pushing the knee away from your hip. So it's almost like you're massaging the muscle away. Just be gentle, just explore it. So it's like you're creating that length from the hip socket to the knee. Your right foot should still be active. Imagine it's pushing into a wall. And then from there, I want you to try and lift your foot up towards the crease of your elbow, the left elbow. If you can't get your hand, the foot that high, just hold, cradle the leg into your arms, kind of so the foot's on the hand or the wrist. But if you can get the foot into the crease of the elbow, then that just allows you to take that hip a little bit higher up, the foot a little bit higher up, and to open up that hip a little bit more. And you'll be massaging your sit bones wherever you are, whether you're here or higher up, you'll be massaging those sit bones into the mat. And that is often an area where we create a lot of tension, a lot of muscles moving through there, especially a troublesome one for a lot of people called the piriformis muscle, which creates all the sciatic problems. So really roll around there. You can see I'm rolling forwards and backwards, side to side. Some people like to massage that spot with a spiky ball, believe it or not, or a tennis ball or a cricket ball. They're all good. Good. And then release your foot, bring your knee back so it's in a center line position. Hold around the back of your thigh and just lengthen that foot up towards the ceiling. So just as much as you can. You can have the knee bent, just play with opening that leg. So it should feel a little bit easier now. So we've done a little bit of hamstring stretching. Once you've got to a point where you think that's as far as I can go, just hold it there for a few breaths. Nice and upright through the spine again. Make sure you're not rolling back onto those sit bones. And that left foot is also still active. Good, and release. Okay. So this time, just from here, bring your knees to the left, and you're going to cross your right leg over the left from there. So we're back to this twisted position. And again, the option, if you're finding yourself rocking to the right, extend that right leg out in front of you. So make sure you've got both sit bones down on the mat, wrap the right arm round, squeeze the knee in towards you before you go anywhere. Squeeze, 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 lift up through the head, left arm goes behind you, and then exhale, twist, open the chest towards the left. And breathe. Nice long deep breaths. Soft face, relaxed shoulders. And just feel the chest opening, feel the spine twisting. Inhale, coming back to center, swapping the arms over so the left arm comes inside, catch hold of the left foot if you can, or the ankle, or high five here. Right arm comes behind, lift the chest, exhale, twist, open. Nice long deep breaths. And allow your head to return to center. So if you've got the leg tucked underneath you, just allow that right foot to extend out. And then crossing that left ankle so it's above the knee. Right foot is active. And just gently apply some pressure to the knee. And again, just using the heel of your hand, feel like you're pushing, lengthening the knee away from the hip socket. Just notice how this side feels compared to the other side. Often one hip is much more open than the other. Option to bounce the knee up and down if you want to. Right foot's also active. And then getting ready to move that foot so we bring it into that cradling position. So lifting that left foot high. I've got my right and my left then. So either cradling the hands round, or if you can take that foot into the crease of the elbow. And again, just rocking and rolling around here, forwards, backwards, side, side, really massaging that bony bone in your buttock. I've forgotten its name for a moment, it'll come back to me. So in the sit bone, massaging all those muscles. And then hold around the back of the thigh, just allow the foot to come around to the front. And again, straightening, bending the knee. Just opening up the back of the knee. Stay nice and upright through the spine. And then when you feel you've got a space you want to hold it, just hold the back of the thigh. Both feet are active. So toes pointing back towards your head. Lifting up through the heart center. And releasing. Good. Just wriggle those legs into the mat. I'm going to take a gentle back bend before we come to lie down. So a couple of options here. You can bring the hands behind you and just lift into the chest and lift the head high, up towards the ceiling, chin towards the ceiling. Second option, you can bend the knees underneath you and come into a tabletop. And the third option, you can keep the legs straight and lift the hips high and bring the feet down towards the mat. So choose what feels good for you. All of them do the same thing. Keep lifting the hips, lifting the heart. And when you're ready, exhale, lowering down. Good, so pop on something warm if you want to. And then make your way down towards the mat, ready for Shavasana. Just going to start with our knees to our chest, rolling from side to side. And actually, let's take the arms wide here for a moment and just take one last twist this evening. Drop the knees to the right, allow the head to roll to the left. And rocking straight to the other side, knees to the left, head rolls to the right. And just do that twice more, once to each side. And then bringing your knees back to center, give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. And then release your right foot so it finds the right corner of your mat, your left foot so it finds the left corner of your mat. Palms face up to the ceiling, back of the head nice and long. And closing your eyes for some well-earned relaxation time. So let's just bring ourselves back to where we started this evening. And be with your breath. Find a nice, natural, easy rhythm. And allowing your mind's eye just to scan through your body for any areas where you might still be holding tension or any discomfort. And when you find any spots like that in your body, just allow the exhale to take that tension away. And then I'd like to invite you to imagine that you're lying on a white sandy beach somewhere. And in your mind's eye, you can feel the coolness of the sand in your fingertips. Tiny grains of sand just falling through your fingers. And there's a beautiful blue sky above you. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel the warmth of that sun touching your body. Feeling warm, relaxed, completely at peace. And the more you relax, the more you feel your body just sinking down into that warm sand, like it's hugging your body. And you feel so peaceful and relaxed. So peaceful and relaxed. And just bring that feeling of peace and relax with you now. As you start to become aware of the noises inside and outside of the room that you're in. And just gently bringing some movement back to your fingers and your toes. And when you feel ready, just moving your body a little bit more now. Taking a nice long stretch or giving yourself a hug. Maybe taking a twist. Do what feels good for you. And in your own time, in your own way, just slowly rolling to one side. And coming to join everyone as we close class. Namaste, everybody. Thank you. I'm going to stop recording now.